All right, so for problem number 10 from your homework, it wants you to convert this into polar coordinates. And so let me explain what polar coordinates are, okay? So let's go over here, and I'm going to draw. Again, you don't have to sketch out the graph. I'm showing you the graph, so it makes so you can see what I'm talking about, sort of. Okay, so I've got this. I've got this vector. We'll call this vector A, okay? So this is vector A. Now A sub x is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 units, okay? So we would say that A sub x is equal to 4 units. Then A sub y, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to adjust it because I want it to be 3. And so let me just fix this little thing here. Okay. So then I would say for in this scenario, I would say that vector A is equal to 4, 3. Now, what is the magnitude of A, though? So the magnitude of A, because this is a right triangle, the magnitude of A is equal to the square root of 4 squared plus 3 squared, which is going to be 16 plus 9. 16 plus 9 is 25. So the magnitude of A is really just 5. Okay? But for polar coordinates, so this is vector component. For polar coordinates, what I want to do is I want to think in terms of the radius, comma, the angle. So what I can do is I could think of this point this is like the radius of this circle. Okay? So if I think of this little hypotenuse as the radius of the circle, well then my radius for this circle would be 5, right? Because I found that mathematically. My radius would be 5. Okay? And then the only thing I got to do left is find the angle. Well, the angle theta in this particular case would be arctan of A sub x, or no, I'm sorry, A sub y over A sub x. And so that I would just plug into Desmos. I think I have Desmos up here. So that would be 3 over 4. So what I do is I go into Desmos, make sure I'm in degree mode. You have to click here where it says function, and I'll post this so you guys can look at it later. Then you're going to choose arctan, and then I'm just going to go back to the main menu, and I'm going to say 4. No, it was 3. 3 divided by 4, right? Because the y was up and down, that was 3, and the x was this. So now when I do it that way and I close the parentheses, it says that it's about 36.87 degrees. Okay, so that is my angle theta. So that means I would come back here and I would say 5 comma 30, what was it again? 36.87, right? 36.87 degrees. So those are the polar coordinates for A. Which, by the way, look a lot like the vector components, don't they? All right, so let's do this one. So for this one, I'm given an x component of 9 and a y component of 5. So I'm going to put this at the origin. Maybe. Well, what the heck is going on here? So I'm going to go 9, but then I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So this is the velocity vector v. Let me make that a little opaque so you can see it a little bit, or I mean a little transparent. Okay? So this is my velocity vector v. Okay, and this velocity vector has an x component, v sub x is equal to 9, and then my v sub y is 4. How do I know that? Because that's what they gave me. They gave me v sub x, comma, v sub y. So now to find out what v is, I need two things. I need to know the radius. Yeah.
Where'd you get 4?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's 5. You're right. Said that rather aggressively. Where'd you get 4?
Oh, my bad.
No, I'm just kidding. All right, so it's 5. So now to find that, it's just a Pythagorean theorem. So V has a magnitude of V sub x, which is 9 squared, plus 5 squared. And then we're going to take the square root of that. That's going to be 81 plus 25, right? 81 plus 25, what's that, 106? Is that right?
Yes.
The square root of 106. And I'm just going to leave it like that. That's how we do it in upper level math. Can we pull out a 4? Well, maybe we'll simplify it. Is 106 divisible by 4? No. Well, I wrote down the wrong thing anyways. 6. So one of the things you could do is you could try, it wouldn't be 9. It wouldn't be... I don't think it's reducible. So that would be the square root of 106. So for my r comma theta, I've got r, which is the square root of 106. Is that what they had in the answers? They probably converted it. Yeah, they converted it to a decimal. Okay. And then I just have to find this angle theta. Well, remember that your angle theta is just arctan of 5 divided by 9, right? So we come in here and we say arctan of...
Get rid of the 106 on top.
Okay. Well, what if I don't want to?
Okay.
Yeah.
You're awfully bossy there.
I just wanted it to be correct.
Make sure I'm in degree mode. So it's about 29 degrees roughly, so we'll just say approximately 29 degrees. Oh shoot, I wrote that down wrong. And so as you can see here, and so they approximate, like they round it, it's probably like 10 point some small decimal if we actually take, what is that? If I take the actual square root, 106 is probably 1 point, or 10.3, but they probably did the significant figures thing, so it's 10 meters per second at 29 degrees. Does that make sense? All right, I think I'm just gonna scrap the video. You guys don't need to see the video, do you?